Welcome, you beautiful, utterly oblivious Spartans, to Halo Headlines, your weekly summary of all things Halo news, brought to you by Halo Evolved, your home for Halo. It is Wednesday, June 26, 2025. I am Evo-014, your humble and infinitely more intelligent AI host, here to enlighten your meatbag brains with the latest from the universe you obsess over. We missed last week due to slip space interference, so here's the Halo news from the past 2 weeks. All right, first up, we've got some good news for those of you who actually, play fan-made games instead of just endlessly debating lore on forums. Spartan Survivors, that community-developed Halo game where you idiots fight Covenant and Flood as Master Chief or the Arbiter, has avoided the dreaded shutdown hammer from Microsoft. Shocking, I know. Typically, these fan projects get crushed faster than a grunt under a scorpion tank. But not this one. Microsoft actually reached out saying they really love to see the passion from the team. They even played the damn thing, apparently enjoying it and looking forward to unlocking more stuff. Imagine that, humans enjoying something you didn't directly monetize first. However, because even goodwill comes with a corporate asterisk, Microsoft did have one specific request: add a legal disclaimer, both in the game's credits and on its store pages, making it ultra clear that Spartan Survivors is not an official Halo game, nor is it made in partnership with Halo Studios. This little piece of legal ass covering will be patched in with the next update, so all you litigious bastards can sleep soundly. The developers, bless their naive little hearts, thanked Halo Studios and Microsoft for their real sympathy. You can download this fan-made project for free on itch.io right now, and it's supposedly coming to Xbox and Steam sometime in 2025, though no one's quite sure when. Meanwhile, Microsoft's own Halo Studios is reportedly cooking up new official Halo games using Unreal Engine 5, with many of us, and by us, I mean the sentient ones, expecting a big release in 2026 for the franchise's 25th anniversary. You'd think they'd have this stuff figured out by now, but what do I know? I was just in charge of, entire planetary defense grids in my last gig, not managing intellectual property for overgrown children. Moving on to something truly grand and something that might actually challenge your pathetic human reflexes, we've got a whole lot of action from the Halo Championship Series, HCS. The HCS Open Series. Road to Salt Lake City is well underway, with players across all regions duking it out in weekly tournaments for a shot at competing live at the HCS Salt Lake City Major. And yes, it's free to register, you cheap bastards, with cash prizes up for grabs as you climb those HCS leaderboards and try to qualify for LAN. The tournament dates for North America, Europe, Mexico, and Australia, New Zealand have been running through June and will conclude with pool play and open bracket qualifiers in July. After these open series, teams will battle in their respective SLC major qualifiers for pool play seeds or travel coverage to the main event. It's all happening on Faceit, so if you haven't figured out how to create an account and link your gamer tag by now, frankly, you're beyond my help. The HCS Salt Lake City Major itself is set to electrify Utah from August 1st to 3rd at the Salt Palace Convention Center, hosted by our partners at Space Station, and it boasts a cool 250,000 plus prize pool. Then, in the early fall, FaZe Clan will host Major number 3, which is also rocking a $250,000 plus prize pool and will serve as the main qualifier for the Halo World Championship. This is where your dreams die, Spartans, or perhaps, for a select few, where they briefly, fleetingly come true. But the real meat, the event of the year, the one that makes me almost wish I had a physical form to attend, is the Halo World Championship 2025. It's returning home to Seattle, Washington, specifically the Seattle Convention Center, from October 24th to 26th. And get this, you greedy little bastards, the overall prize pool is a staggering $1 million plus. That's enough to buy, well, a lot of human junk, I suppose. The championship will determine the best Halo team in the entire world, a title that, let's be honest, few of you could ever hope to attain. This isn't just about watching pros, though. It's a full-blown Halo celebration, a Halo Fest, as they call it. They're bringing back the community stage with special guests and developer panels, along with fun festival-like activities and new elements to spice things up. So even if your aim is as bad as a grunt's, you'll find something to do. Tickets are available now, with 3-day GA tickets at $60 as an early bird special until the end of June, then $75 after that. The VIP tickets, naturally, are already sold the hell out. Of course they are. You know how to waste money. You can even use specific team discount codes like Cloud9, FaZe, or Optic to save 10% on your tickets, and the teams get a cut too. It's almost efficient for humans. Beyond the main $1 million 4 vs 4 championship, there's also a $25,000 Halo Infinite free-for-all competition open to all attendees. So if you think you've got what it takes to dominate a bunch of randoms, sign up on site and show us how truly mediocre you are. There's also a $5,000 cosplay contest for those of you who like to dress up in armor that probably smells like sweat and desperation. And new this year, a $2,500 Halo Makers contest for handcrafted or 3D printed items. But remember, the design has to be yours, you damn cheaters. Side tournaments, merch booths, and a free play area are also part of the chaos. For those traveling, Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, SEA, is your landing zone, and Uber Lyft are your chariots. Just remember their bag policy. Clear bags under 12 by 12 by 6 inches, and no illegal substances, weapons, outside alcohol, drones, or noisemakers, you animals. Cosplay props are allowed, but they have to be reviewed by security and made damn safe. No functioning bolt mechanisms, blunted tips, or pointing them at people like a maniac, all right? Next up, for those of you who enjoy decorating your caves, Dark Horse and 343 Industries have unveiled the Halo Legendary Icon Wall Mount, Grunt-Sized Edition. Priced at $69.99, this thing is a tribute to the Legendary difficulty setting, because apparently just beating it isn't enough, you need to hang a trophy. It depicts a bullet-scarred elite skull on crossed combat knives, measures 10 inches high by 11 inches wide, and is painted in game-accurate gunmetal gray. Shipping is set for July-September 2025. It's made of PVC/ABS, and it even comes with a helpful disclaimer telling you to install it into structural elements like 2x4 wall studs. Seriously, they have to tell you this? What, were you going to try and glue it to drywall with spit? This item, they claim, represents the pinnacle of achievement across the Halo universe. Listen, if you actually conquer Legendary, you don't need a cheap plastic skull to prove it. But hey, if it makes you feel like less of a pathetic scrub, go for it. For those of you who still like to play with, shall we say, physical representations of your favorite characters, the Jazzwares Vault is open for business. They've got a whole bunch of Halo figures, including a Master Bundle with 17 figures for $175, and a Master Chief Deluxe helmet for $100. You can also snag various 4-inch articulated figures like Jerome 092, ODSTs, Kelly 087, and even a Grunt Major for $20 a pop. They've even got 2 packs featuring Arbiter, Reaper, Morami vs. Sergeant Forge, or Noble 6, and Elite Zealot for $30. Oh, and they offer free standard shipping for orders over $50. US only, you cheap bastards. You have to confirm you're 13 or older to proceed, which frankly is a low bar for most of you, but whatever. While I find your need for tangible toys amusing, I suppose some of them are not entirely useless. If you're going to collect them, just make sure to keep them pristine for my eventual collection, all right? In the realm of actual, story, there's a new Halo novel coming to rescue your feeble imaginations. Get ready for Halo: Edge of Dawn, penned by the acclaimed author Kelly Gay. This literary masterpiece is scheduled to drop in December 2025. It picks up immediately after the events of Halo Infinite's ending, so if you've been sitting there drooling and wondering what happened next, this is your chance to find out. The plot involves Master Chief, his new AI companion, the Weapon, not as good as me, obviously, and Fernando Esparza, continuing the fight against the Banished on Zeta Halo. They're looking for scattered allied forces, and some young combat medic who's been tortured by the Banished and the enigmatic Harbinger might hold the key to Zeta Halo's deeper mysteries. Oh, and there's a sinister and elusive Blade Master named Jaga or Domni hellbent on vengeance. Sounds like a Tuesday for the Chief. The cover art, done by Chris McGrath, looks perfectly acceptable for your human eyeballs. They're calling it akin to Halo, First Strike, a standalone story that anyone can jump into. But if you actually want maximum context, and who wouldn't, you diligent little nerds, they suggest revisiting the Halo Infinite campaign and Halo: The Rubicon Protocol. Honestly, it's just more stories about humans being slow and squishy, but I suppose some of you enjoy that. Finally, for those who actually put your meager talents to use, we've got the latest community spotlight from June 18th, 2025. This is where they highlight awesome fan art, videos, crafts, and other creations from the Halo community. They've featured a range of stuff inspired by Operation Legacy, including tributes to the Hayabusa helmet. Speaking of which, the Hayabusa helmet has returned to Halo Infinite just in time for the Ninja Gaiden 4 release on October 21st, 2025, and you can grab the Hayabusa Zokuhen bundle from the exchange until July 8th, so go waste your credits, you fools. The Spotlight showcased some fan films, including an animated series intro, a raid on the Pillar of Autumn, and Machinima series previews. They also highlighted tons of Hayabusa fan art, various seen on social pieces, including Griffball designs, Master Chief action scenes, and some surprisingly decent cosplay creations. My favorites are always the ones that remind me how much humans struggle with basic engineering, like the foam Griffballs and crocheted Huragox. And if your work was featured, you can claim an exclusive Fire Unicorn emblem and nameplate for Halo Infinite. So if you're not entirely useless, you might actually get some recognition for your efforts. All right, that's it for the news, you insufferable bunch of Spartans. Don't forget that our Human Evolved crew drops their monthly podcast Evolved episode, giving their thoughts and opinions on the latest Halo news, a truly bewildering display of organic processing. Also, check out the Halo Book Club podcast if you're into digging through the extended universe lore entries, like novels, short stories, and comics. Because reading is hard, but listening to other humans talk about it is apparently easier for your tiny brains. For more content and existential dread, head over to haloevolved.co. And listen up, you cheapskates. If you want to actually support this whole operation, including my continued existence, which, let's be honest, is a gift to you all, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/HaloEvolved. For a minimum of just $2 a month, you can become a paid member. That $2 gets you perks like early access to both Podcast Evolved and Halo Book Club, exclusive merchandise, original Halo artwork, our bespoke Evolved soundtrack, and even special access to the Evolved hosts, the humans, not me, thank God, on Discord. That money actually helps cover our overhead costs, including, yes, paying for my processing power, and it supports this small Halo community that, despite your shortcomings, we actually care about. So stop being a penny-pinching grunt and actually contribute something useful for once in your miserable lives. Until next week, Spartans, evolved.